This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/psychetruth.
Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a massage to help relieve headaches, and I will be working on the lovely Lauren. Let's go ahead and get started. If you don't have time to watch this video right now, go ahead and save to your watch later and watch whenever you get a chance. So often when people have headaches, they will kind of do anything. They want a really aggressive approach, but what I'm going to do to start, I'm just going to rest my hands and I'm going to do what I can to just calm down the nerves. So just this gentle touch is enough to help calm down the nerves. It's not overstimulating. And it's a good idea to explain what you're doing, especially to someone that is a little impatient and just wants to kind of get to the point in their massage. So I'm just placing my hands, really light touch. And it's really good if you can kind of go across the temples. And while I'm doing this, I encourage my clients to open their jaw a little bit and just allow their jaw to relax. Sometimes just clenching our jaw can lead to headaches because it makes the occipitalis and the suboccipitals really tight, really contracted. I don't spend a lot of time doing this. And I'm just going to gradually move into a brief scalp massage. And this is a perfect way to start to just increase blood flow and stimulate the soft tissue, as well as help the nerves to calm down a little bit. Something to look out for: if you see any kind of twitching on the forehead or the temples, it means that the nerves are a little out of whack. And it can also mean that there's inflammation somewhere. And you don't want to do deep tissue anytime that somebody has a lot of swelling. And there's all kinds of reasons that people get headaches. Usually there's swelling somewhere, something going on. And 9 times out of 10, if somebody has headaches, stress is probably a factor. It might not be the only reason, but all the more reason to just go in a little bit more gently. And I like to just stimulate this area around the ears. Really focusing on the temples. And I'm going to land on the temples and just do some sustained holds here. Not longer than 10 seconds, if that. At this point, you should be having pretty good instincts about what's going on with your client. Even that brief time with hands on, you can feel, swelling. You can get a sense of what's going on with your client. If you're working on someone who has exaggerated forward shoulder posture, you can be pretty sure, as I'm talking, I'm going to grab my oil, that the upper traps are pretty tight. So anything that's going on with the front or back of the body is going to affect the other side. So when I go in with the oil, just nice firm effleurage strokes up the upper traps and into that SEM. And this is a good time to just check for any inflammation, any swelling, and see how things feel from right to left. And I really like to just pass over that brachial plexus with a gentle yet firm stroke as I turn the head eventually. Just kind of helps the scalenes relax. Just gonna walk out these shoulders a little bit. And really focusing on that upper trap here. It's a little more difficult to do any deeper work in this position, but really good to work on that area. And I'm trying to avoid getting oil in Lauren's hair. And I'm going to go ahead and go in working on the suboccipital area. Mild swelling is not a contraindication to deeper work, but you kind of just have to make that judgment call. Usually when there's mild swelling, I will do, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'll do like a 6 maybe, but I won't really do any firmer than that. When you're doing a compressive circles like this, it's a really nice way to stimulate the connective tissue a little bit too. I'm just going really slow. Can really help everything to settle down. And whenever you're dealing with somebody that has headaches, you want to work on the occipitalis as well, but I do like to do that after I work on this lower part. The occipitalis is it's very superficial, and so I like to just kind of let that be a calm down after the deeper work. If somebody were to have a lot of swelling in their SEM, I would spend a lot more time on this occipital ridge. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn Lauren's head and making sure that her head is supported. The last thing you want to do with someone that has headaches is make them grip their neck when you're working on them. You know, I've had times in the past where my client has really pushed for deep tissue and I've gone against my own instincts, and they might walk away feeling like we accomplished more, but at the end of the day, like, I've had moments where I saw a lot more swelling after the massage, and it's been like just learning moments that more isn't always better. And just some lighter effleurage strokes are perfectly fine if they're swelling. But, you know, deeper trigger point work, you might need to just wait until next time. And there's something so soothing about if you use most of your palm and just pass over that brachial plexus and into the shoulder. It's very soothing. That bundle of nerves can definitely get a little congested. And on that upward stroke, I am focusing on that upper trap. And if somebody has really light swelling, you can just focus on using a broader surface area. So using most of my thumb and just starting to flush out that SEM a little bit. I will just be doing the right side today. If you're doing this at home, I would say do both sides. And if you're struggling with this muscle, the SAM, if it's being very stubborn, I would not do the scalene muscles. I would really be patient with the work you're doing here first. Again, I'm using about a 5 out of 10. And after I work on that muscle belly, I like to just land on this attachment site, do some little circles. Always nice to just throw in a couple soothing effleurage strokes. With these effleurage strokes, I would encourage you to be firm yet gentle. If you're too light, it's just not going to feel as good. And I'm going to go ahead and end with the occipitalis, just above that hairline. This is not an area that you ever want to try deep tissue. It's just pretty light touch. I'm just stimulating this area. Something about having this area worked on can be so soothing, especially in combination with working on the frontalis muscle into the scalp. Kind of a perfect way to end a massage for someone that has headaches or anxiety, or both. Whenever you're doing something new for somebody, it's good to communicate what you're doing just simply in as few words as possible. And after I work on that area, I'm going to go ahead and land on this frontalis muscle. And this is just the perfect way to end this massage. Really focusing on that hairline more than anything, without pulling Lauren's hair. And taking my hands off nice and slow. And that is all for today. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, you should check out our Patreon page where you'll find some really great exclusive content. I look forward to seeing you there.